This is part 4, Not All Men Are Sly Foxes, Rhetorical Précis. In this section of the video, I am going to review the rhetorical précis and show you guys how you can complete the rhetorical précis template by utilizing your soapstone annotations, your central idea annotations, and also your writing strategy annotations. It would also be helpful if at this point you've completed your guiding questions, because you can also utilize some of the responses of your guiding questions within your rhetorical précis as well. So when we go into the assignment, we have part 4, which again is the rhetorical précis, and it is the last part of this assignment. And what we're going to do here is compose a rhetorical précis of Armin Bratt's essay, Not All Men Are Sly Foxes, in the box below. For those of us who are unsure of what the rhetorical précis looks like, there is a template here that you can click into. I'm going to highly encourage you guys, especially those who are signed up for the AP exam, to try your best to memorize the rhetorical précis. It is only 4 sentences long, so it's not too long, and it will be helpful as an introduction when you are writing a rhetorical analysis response. But also for those of you guys who may run out of time to write your essay, making sure that you compose a rhetorical précis can almost guarantee you some points in your response, as it does contain some analysis and it does display some of your comprehension. So I am again going to review the rhetorical précis template, which is here. I've already filled it out because I did do this before. So this is what the template looks like, as you guys are aware. So for the author, right, we've identified soapstone, so immediately I'm going to think of the speaker. And the speaker, as we know, is the individual who is writing or speaking the text that we are looking at. For A, what we're going to do is include the type of text that it is. Essay is not included at the bottom, but we do know that this is an essay based on what was mentioned here. And of course, for the title, we'll include Not All Men Are Sly Foxes. For B1, you're going to look at the chart below and select one of these, and select one of those. I'll get back to it later. The central idea, argument, claim, or thesis statement you guys should have identified, so you'll just write down the response that you wrote in your annotations right here. And you'll start off here, and if you run out of space, you'll finish it off over here. The tone is included in the chart below, and also, just so you guys are aware, when you scroll all the way back up in this assignment to tone, if you click here, there is a list of different tone words that you guys can use if you don't like any of the words that are included in the box below. Then we have to make sure that we include our audience, which again is part of soapstone. However, I do want to remind you guys to make sure that your audience is as specific as possible. Yes, I understand that these texts can be written for everyone, however, not everyone is going to be interested. So who specifically do we think that this text was written for? Please make sure again that you refrain from saying everyone and that you are identifying a specific group or specific groups of people. And the author's last name is the speaker. B2, we're going to pick from the chart below. And I do want to remind you that whatever you pick for B1, you want to make sure that it is the direct translation in B2. So if for B1, I'm pick argues, for B2, I should pick argument. If I pick asserts, I should pick assertion, etc., etc. C is also in the chart below. I am going to let you guys know that some of the best ones to include are utilizes, because we do know that they are using rhetorical strategies. So utilizes might be the best one to include here. And again, I'm just going to clarify this part because I know this is the part where many of us struggle. We want to make sure that we include the rhetorical appeal or the rhetorical appeals that are used and explain why they're being used or why that one rhetorical strategy is being used. That is very important because it lets us know that you again comprehended the text and understand why rhetorical strategies are used and the effectiveness or the lack of effectiveness that it is supposed to have. The last sentence is sentence 4, and we talk about the author's purpose. And again, I'm going to go over this part because we do tend to miss out certain parts. So the author's purpose is to, and we have 3 parts here, D plus to who and what. So D we can identify from here. The who is going to be our audience. We can either write down the same thing or rephrase who our audience is here. And the what is the purpose, right? And the purpose, again, we've identified that in soapstone. The purpose and the central idea may be similar, but they're not going to be the exact same thing. They're going to most likely be a rephrasal of one another, and that is okay. But please make sure that here you include what they're doing, the audience, and the purpose of this. And then last but not least is the audience's next steps, right? So basically what you're including here is now that the audience has this information, now that Mr. Bratt has shared what his central idea and what his argument is, what does he want us to now do with this information? And one thing that can help you answer this question is by looking at how you responded to guiding question number 6. It may help, it may not. It ultimately depends on how you responded, but that is a hint to what you can utilize to help you answer that line. So again, this is how I would complete the rhetorical précis if it was me. Again, as always, if you do have any questions, please reach out, send me an email, let me know what I can do and how I can help, because I am here for you. Same goes for Ms. Sterner, same goes for Mr. Schechter. Reach out to either one of them if you guys do have any questions or need any further support. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I hope that they have been absolutely helpful, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day.